Goldsmiths, University of London, is a public research university specialising in the arts, design, humanities, and social sciences. It is a constituent college within the University of London. It was founded in 1891 as Goldsmiths Technical and Recreative Institute by the Worshipful Company of Goldsmiths in New Cross, London. It was acquired by the University of London in 1904 and was renamed Goldsmiths College. The word college was dropped from its branding in 2006, but Goldsmiths College, with the apostrophe, remains the institution's formal legal name. The university has a distinguished history of contributing to arts and social sciences. Its Department of Art is widely recognized as one of Britain's most prestigious, producing the YBA's Art Collective and over 20 Turner Prize nominees. Goldsmiths is also known for design, psychology, drama, sociology, music, politics, media and cultural studies, languages and literature, visual cultures, anthropology and educational studies. Nearly 20% of students come from countries outside the UK, and 52% of all undergraduates are mature students. Around a third of students at Goldsmiths are postgraduate students. In the 2008 research assessment exercise, Goldsmiths came ninth in the UK for world-leading research. The Department of Sociology performed particularly strongly, and was placed joint first with 3 other institutions. And in the Department of Media and Communications 80% of activity was in the highest 2 bands. History. In 1891, the Worshipful Company of Goldsmiths, one of the City of London livery companies, founded Goldsmiths Technical and Recreative Institute. The Goldsmiths Company was established in the 12th century as a medieval guild for goldsmiths, silversmiths and jewelers. As such, the university is proud to remain connected with its original educational roots. The livery company dedicated the foundation of its new institute to the promotion of technical skill, knowledge, health and general well-being among men and women of the industrial, working and artisan classes. The original institute was based in New Cross at the former Royal Naval School building. In 1904, the institute was merged with the University of London and was re-established as Goldsmiths College. At this point, Goldsmiths was the largest teacher training institution in the country. Training functions were later expanded to include refresher courses for teachers, the University Postgraduate Certificate in Education and an Art Teacher's Certificate course. The college also ran its own nursery school. Shortly after the merger, in 1907, Goldsmiths added a new arts building, designed by Sir Reginald Blomfield, at the back of the main building. During the Second World War it was decided to evacuate the faculty and students of the college to University College, Nottingham, a decision which proved wise both at the time and in hindsight, since the main building was struck by an incendiary bomb and gutted in 1940. During the 1960s, Goldsmiths attracted a rapid expansion in its number of students. It is during this period that Goldsmiths began to establish its reputation in the arts and social science fields, as well as offering a number of new teacher training qualifications. The original main building was expanded, and the Lockwood Building, Whitehead Building, Education Building, Warmington Tower and St James's Hall were all built during this period in order to accommodate the influx of new students. The university also acquired a number of historic buildings in the surrounding area, including the splendid former Deptford Town Hall and Lorry Grove Baths buildings. The Richard Hoggart Building, Deptford Town Hall and the Lorry Grove Baths all retain Grade II listed building status. In 1988, Goldsmiths became a full college of the University of London and in 1990 received its Royal Charter. Among its wardens have been Richard Hoggart, Andrew Rutherford and Ben Pimlott. The current warden is Pat Lowry. Campus and location. Goldsmiths is situated in New Cross, a highly populated area of southeast London with a considerable art and music scene. The area is well served by London Overground trains at New Cross and New Cross Gate. These former East London Line stations were integrated into the London Overground network in May 2010 with services northbound to Highbury and Islington, and southbound to Crystal Palace and West Croydon from New Cross Gate only. National Rail services still run from both New Cross and New Cross Gate stations to central London termini. The main building, the Richard Hoggart Building, was originally designed as a school by the architect John Shaw, Jr. The former Deptford Town Hall Building, designed by Henry Vaughan Lanchester and Edwin Alfred Rickards, acquired in 1998 and is now used for academic seminars and conferences. In addition to this, Goldsmiths has built several more modern buildings to develop the campus, including the RIBA award-winning Rutherford Building completed in 1997, the Ben Pimlott Building designed by Will Alsop and completed in 2005, and the new Academic Building which was completed in 2010. The library, or the Rutherford Building, has 3 floors and gives students access to an extensive range of printed and electronic resources. The third-floor library is believed to house the largest collection of audio-visual material in the UK. Goldsmith students, like all other students in the University of London, have full access to the collections at Senate House Library at Bloomsbury in central London. The £10.2 million, 7-storey Ben Pimlott Building on New Cross Road, complete with its distinctive scribble in the sky, has become a signature of modern Goldsmiths. It contains studio and teaching space for the Department of Art, as well as housing the Goldsmiths Digital Studios and the Centre for Cognition, Computation and Culture. The new academic building, situated next to the Green, is now home to the Media and Communications Department and the Institute for Creative and Cultural Entrepreneurship. Facilities include a new 250-seat lecture theatre, seminar and teaching rooms, as well as a cafe with outdoor seating. Research and teaching. Faculties and departments. Goldsmiths is best known for courses and research relating to creativity and culture, and has a reputation for producing visual artists, particularly those collectively known as YBA. Its art department is widely recognised as one of Britain's most prestigious and culturally important, producing the YBA's Art Collective, 29 Turner Prize nominees, and 7 winners. This reputation was largely established by the influence of Michael Craig Martin, Richard Wentworth, John Thompson, Anton Ahrensweig and Nick DeVille's teaching staff. Alumni of the Department of Art include Mark Wallinger, Damien Hirst, Anthony Gormley, Sam Taylor Wood, Lucian Foyd, Mary Quant, Bridget Riley, Sarah Lucas, Gary Hume, Steve McQueen, and Gillian Waring. Goldsmith's Visual Cultures Department continues to be innovative and dramatically expanding what might constitute the field of the visual and how we might engage with it. Key figures in the team include Irit Rogoff, Gavin Butt, Eyal Wiseman and Kodwo Aishan. Goldsmith's Sociology Department has been extremely important in the recent development of the discipline in the UK and internationally, with leading sociologists such as Paul Gilroy, Bev Skaggs, Nicholas Rose, Celia Lurie, Les Back, Kate Nash and Jeffrey Alexander, working in the department in recent years. The Department of Design's unique and comprehensive approach to design practice grew from a concern for ethical and environmentalist design. This developed alongside research by John Wood, and others, which informs their research into meta design. TERU, the Technology Education Research Unit, has been instrumental in understanding how design and technology works in schools, how to encourage learners towards creative interventions that improve the made world, and how to help teachers to support that process. The Writing Purposefully in Art and Design Network has its main center at Goldsmiths. The network now spans some 70 institutions across the art and design sector with 6 national and 2 international writing pad centers. Goldsmiths is well known for cultural studies. The Media and Communications Department, as well as the Centre for Cultural Studies, includes some of the leading scholars in this field including James Curran, Scott Lash, Angela McRoby, Sarah Ahmed, Nick Kudry, Aaron Davis, Sanjay Seth, and David Morley. Goldsmiths is consistently highly ranked by the Good University Guide as the top London education institute for the study of media, communications, music and visual arts. The Department of Anthropology at Goldsmiths is considered to be one of the best in Europe. On the teaching staff are figures such as Stephen Nugent, Sophie Day, Catherine Alexander, Keith Hart and David Graeber, whose contract at Yale was not renewed in 2005 because of his political commitments. The Goldsmiths Anthropology Department is also well known for its focus on visual anthropology. The realm of continental philosophy is represented with academics such as Saul Newman, Alexander Darwin Courter Ttmann and Jean-Paul Martinin, as well as visiting professors Andrew Benjamin and Bernard Stiegler. In the area of psychology there is Chris French, who specializes in the psychology of paranormal beliefs and experiences, cognition and emotion. Saul Newman, notable for developing the concept of post-anarchism, is currently leading the Department of Politics. The English and Comparative Literature Department is one of the university's largest, and it covers English, comparative literature, American literature, creative writing and linguistics. Current academics include Bart Moore Gilbert, Blake Morrison, Chris Boldy, Utara Natarajan and Peter Dinwoody. Its work in comparative literature developed after a welcome merger with the Department of European Languages, later joined by its highly successful creative writing section. The Department of Music has a number of distinguished alumni, including Malcolm McLaren, Katie B., James Blake, Tunde Akinton, Rosie Lowe, and John Cale. The Research Center for Russian Music, Director Alexander Ravashkin, is internationally renowned for its archives devoted to Prokofiev and Schnittke, and unique collections including of music by Stravinsky, and Russian piano music first editions. The Department of Educational Studies is well known for research and teaching around themes of cultural diversity, language and learning, and art and learning. Its leading researchers include Dennis Atkinson, Eve Gregory, Rosalind George, Ken Jones and Carrie Pachter. It teaches undergraduate, master's and doctoral courses, and is home to a large program of initial teacher education, based on partnership arrangements with over 1,500 schools and colleges. Rankings League tables based on the 2008 research assessment exercise all place Goldsmiths within the top 35 research-intensive universities in the UK, 33rd in the Times Higher Education, 34th in The Guardian and 24th in The Independent. The 2008 RAE placed Goldsmiths 9th in the UK overall for the world-leading quality of its research. In the University Guide 2011 by The Guardian, the Anthropology Department of Goldsmiths was ranked as 3rd in UK, following Oxford and Cambridge. Goldsmiths also stands 7th in the University Guide 2014 League Table for Art and Design by The Guardian. The Complete University Guide has placed Goldsmiths, University of London in the ICAR Euro unregistered trademark S top 10 universities in 2 subject areas in 2014. The Department of Art and the Department of Design came in the top 10 of the Art and Design subject table, and the Department of Media and Communications came in the top 10 in the Communication and Media Studies table. In April 2015, Goldsmiths Media and Communications Department was named the second best in the UK and 22nd worldwide. Student life Sports, clubs and traditions Sports teams and societies are organised by the Goldsmiths Students' Union. The union runs 18 sports clubs, 11 of which compete in either University of London Union or BUCS leagues. In May 2011, Goldsmiths won the Arts Varsity Challenge Cup against University of the Arts London, for the 3rd year running. The Students' Union runs 35 societies, ranging from political societies and identity-based societies to interest-based societies and more. An amateur opera company based in the university, Opera Gold, draws its cast from Goldsmiths members past and present. Goldsmiths regularly features in lists compiled by the Brand Council of the UK as one of the world's coolest brands, something which the Warden and Fellows like to play down. Student media Goldsmiths has a long-standing history of student-led media platforms. Smith's Magazine, The Leopard newspaper, and Wired Radio. The student media is run independently by students at the college. Student housing The university owns 7 halls of residence which offer accommodation for students: Batavia Mews, Chesterman House, Dean House, Loring Hall, Surrey House The Annex, Raymond Hall. Several of the halls include electricity bills and gas bills as part of rent. Free internet is also offered in some of the halls. Visiting international students are generally assigned accommodation in Loring Hall, Dean House or Chesterman House. Loring Hall currently holds around 400 students. equals students' union equals. The union provides, among other things, catering facilities, a chaplaincy, a medical clinic, an advice service on academic and welfare issues, and a state-of-the-art gym for students' use. The Students' Union Stretch Bar, which links across Dixon Road from the Richard Hoggart Building, hosts numerous entertainment events including Quids Pub Quiz on Mondays, Open Mic Night, Film Club Night where a themed film serial is aired in the huge pull-down screen in the SU, and the Club Sandwich Club Night open between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. on Wednesdays. The SU also provides a walk-home and special night bus service for students who live in the borough. The stretch has several 40-inch high-definition LCD screens, and shows the latest music videos and news. Football is also shown on some nights. Politically, the Students' Union has taken an increasingly activist stance in recent years, campaigning on cuts to university arts and humanities budgets, tuition fee increases, and Palestine, Indiana. 2010-11 The union ran a successful Save the Nursery campaign, after the warden announced plans to close the Goldsmiths nursery services. Between October and December 2010, students active in the Students' Union organized several sit-ins in university buildings, protesting against proposed increase in tuition fees and cuts to higher education budgets. In October 2014, the union faced critical coverage from student newspaper The Tab after voting down a proposal to commemorate Holocaust Memorial Day, with education officer Sarah L. Alfie describing it as Eurocentric and colonialist. L. Alfie offered to help put forward a redrafted version of the motion for the following student assembly meeting. The union issued a statement claiming redrafting motions and re-entering them at a later date is an unregistered trademark T unusual in students unregistered trademark unions and should unregistered trademark T be misinterpreted as opposition. In 2015 the Student Union Welfare and Diversity Officer, Baha Mustafa, caused a public controversy by banning white people and men from a student union event. Baha Mustafa caused more public controversy through her justification of the ban, and through her use of the hashtag #KillAllWhiteMen. A group of students petitioned for a vote of no confidence in her, but the petition was signed by less than 3% of the student body and therefore failed to trigger a referendum. Notable alumni. Goldsmiths alumni have been influential in the fields of art, design, visual arts, film, journalism, literature, theatre, music, politics, history, and sport. See also, Escape. References. External links, the official Goldsmiths website, the official Goldsmiths Students' Union website, Smith's Magazine website, Goldsmiths MA Program in Social Entrepreneurship, the Leopard newspaper website, Goldsmiths, University of London lists of students, Goldsmiths, University of London military personnel, 1914 - 1918.